What's up, dudes and dudettes to the internet? My name's Seth, and we are finally going to be taking a look at the Mega Menagerie Pack in Trove. This is going to be an extra life-based pack, which, for those of you that don't know, a certain portion of the money that ends up going towards this pack is going to end up going towards the charity of Extra Life. Now, I'm pretty sure they have already met the proceed limit, I guess I should say. So anybody else that's purchasing up to this point, it's probably just straight up going to the devs, well, not the devs specifically, their pockets, but just the company in general. But I don't know, we'll see. Who cares? I already had a video that was showing off most of the items that you ended up getting out of this pack, but today I'm gonna have the definitive video where I'm gonna try and show you everything that I can, and hopefully I don't end up missing a couple things. But before we get started, we'd very much appreciate if you would hit that like button, and thank you so much if you do. So first of all, you're gonna be able to get this dragon right here, which is one of the most unique in the entire game, in that 10 Blad Dead. It is going to end up being a corgi skeleton that has dragon wings and is absolutely adorable. He's going to end up giving you 3% to your crit damage, 1000 max health, 500 physical damage, and 50 magic finance. It's just going to be a very standard dragon, but he does have video effects that are fairly nice when you're flying around with him and everything. His fireballs are pretty cool. They're very standard. Everything about him is very standard, but just the fact that he's like a proper corgi is adorable, and the fact that he kind of flies in the air, similar to that very popular meme video where the corgi was like, you know, they pulled him out of the water and he was just swimming on nothing. Absolutely adorable. What you're like, the way that this is going to end up actually working though is I don't know whether or not you're gonna get the full-on dragon, or do you just end up getting the egg? Yeah, okay, so you're just gonna end up getting the egg itself, which it's good that you're getting the egg because the egg is actually fairly difficult to craft. However, the dragon itself is insane. You're gonna need 3 corgi talismans, which is pretty pricey for a starting player, and 1600 steed feed, which is absolutely nuts, dude. Like, seriously. Absolutely crazy. Then you're going to be able to get this little ally right here as well, which is the, I'm just using the Chronomancer Cubesly, but it's the Silver Fang Pup. So the stats on this guy are going to end up being just 8% to health regen and minus 8% to incoming damage, which is okay. And then there's also going to be this costume for the Dino Tamer, which is just the suit with the scarf and the helmet, or the hat, I guess I should say. This face style is going to be kind of a Powerpuff Girl reference, but it is also going to be a style that you get. And this gun style is also going to be a separate item, not necessarily relating to this costume, just separate items that you're going to end up getting, because there's a whole bunch of different styles that you get out of this pack as well. Unfortunately, like most Dino Tamer costumes, this one doesn't actually change his dino babies or anything like that, so rip Dino Tamer mains out there. And then we're going to end up getting this helmet that we're actually rocking here on the Chronomancer. The staff that we're rocking on the Chronomancer is also from the pack, and so is the other dog right here, which is going to be the Husky Pup. So he's going to end up giving the exact same stats as the silver one. He's just a different color for some reason. Okay, whatever. And then this dragon egg, but this is what the dragon looks like. We'll talk about the egg in a minute, which is pretty cool because he's kind of like a crow themed, like his wings are blades type of thing, which is really unique as far as like a different dragon is concerned. His video effects are actually straight up ripped from the other Extra Life dragon from a couple years back that ended up having the same electric video effects. I thought it was all crazy and unique when I first saw it, and then nope. Also, this dragon originally had 3 feet. Apparently that was actually just a bug and not because it was cool to have a dragon that only had 3 legs. So you're gonna end up getting the egg, which means you're gonna be able to skip all this garbage because it's actually really difficult. The plasmic solution for free-to-play players is something that you actually get out of gardening, so just go to your gardening tab and check it out. 750 robo salvage, blah blah blah. But the dragon itself is going to be right here for 8,000 shapestone, but more specifically than that, 150 meteorite fragments, which is absolutely insane. Still a very cool dragon. I personally would prefer, especially because you're paying $30, they should just give you the dragon. Like, you shouldn't have to craft it. And then over here, we're going to see that helmet and the spork are going to also be different items that you're going to end up getting out of the pack. I don't know why the ally didn't end up swapping to one of the other Extra Life ones. Let me actually take a peek right here. We're supposed to be on this guy, the Snowquall Strigid or whatever, which is 15% more magic damage. And he's actually going to be a flying owl ally, which was one of the first ones of its kind to actually come out of this pack, which is absolutely awesome because otherwise it's still going to be the same animation and effects of the pirate captain's parrot, but we never actually had that as a full-on ally that would fly around and has a unique dance animation and everything like that. Also this, which is probably the most absolute inappropriate mount in the entire game, which is a wheelchair. I would love to see this reskinned into a proper vehicle, but I really don't understand why the devs don't see just how much is wrong with something like this being in the game. I know where they're coming from. They're thinking, you know, the Extra Life kids or probably would want to get this pack because it's like, you know, helping sick kids, right? I understand that. But personally speaking, I think that this is a very big gray area where this is just wrong. You know, the fact that this is in the game is just like, like this, yeah, it's really inappropriate. But anyways, who cares? It's not nearly as inappropriate as the face that we've got on this creature right here. Like, look at that. That is absolutely disgusting. That's going to be a helmet that you get out of the Extra Life, or the Mega Menagerie, and let's just call it the Mega Pack, okay? I'm used to calling it the Extra Life Pack because that's what it was called a couple years back. And then the Ally, for some reason, again, didn't seem to swap over properly. So let me actually just see over here and swap over to the Viridescent Hummingbird thingamabob, which is going to end up giving us 1% to our critical hit. Then this mount, which is a UFO-themed mount, is going to end up being in the game as well through the pack, which is going to be a gliding mount as well. So that's absolutely awesome. The spear style that you see right here is also part of the pack, which is actually really, really cool and fits with the lunar. No, why is that not? That's not the spear style, because this is the spear style. That's right. There's only the spork, as far as I know, because the other weapon style, like the other spear, I don't think that that's actually part of the pack. So ignore what I just said about this spear being part of the pack, because it actually isn't. Where does it say the Extra Life Pack? There it is. So there's the Spirit Scorn. I'm not sure. I think this is part of the Mega Pack, but I could be wrong. It could have just been part of the Extra Life Pack. I'm not exactly sure. Let's swap over to the Tomb Raider, because he's actually got a unique costume, which the helmet right there that you see is actually part of this disgusting costume. The face is going to be another Powerpuff Girl themed one as well. And then this is not really going to have any unique video effects or anything, but it does have unique little babies, which is good because you don't really see that very often. It's absolutely disgusting, and I don't really know why it's pink. Then there's going to be this ally right here, which is a reskin of Shock the Monkey. It's going to be Tuxedo Cat, and this is going to end up giving you 6 to your jump and 0.6 to your critical hit. Then if we swap on over to the Boomeranger, you can see this helmet right here, which is very cool because this is actually what the alpha heads of the game used to look like, which is disgusting. Like, seriously, that is what they actually had for the character heads? That's so stupid. I'm glad that it's a helmet now, because now I can look like an idiot too. And then also this little weapon that we've got right here. At first, we all were really confused about what it was actually supposed to be. It is part of the pack as well. But we all thought, like, okay, what is this? It's just some weird little knife. I don't get it. But the whole point of it, which is kind of unique, but it doesn't really work with that many of these auras, is the fact that it's supposed to be like an invisible blade. So that, for example, right here, you can see we've kind of got our very own lightsaber, which is a very unique concept and very cool that you can actually have a weapon that is just the video effects of a radiant aura. But, you know, the fact is that it doesn't really work with every aura specifically, you know? And then let's swap over to the Moon Dreamer, which, yes, this is actually a reference to the moon. I think that's what it was called on Newgrounds. Gives you 9% to energy regen and 2 to your movement speed. He's absolutely beautiful and disgusting. He looks so stupid. He's now a reskin of Shock. He's also carrying a little rocket with him as well, which is pretty crazy that they ended up thinking up a reference like that. And then we've got for the Draco right here, we've got the Fox Head, which is kind of lame, honestly speaking. It's really lame that the Fox Head is actually a helmet style, just because personally, you know, I think they should just let us go over to the styles right here. Like, let us just go to the barbershop and let us just change to the Fox Head that the, you know, that the Lunar Lancer is stuck with. And let's also change his head to a human head while we're at it. Also, I forgot, this is going to end up being the another mount, which is kind of like a rescue dog right here. He's kind of cool, but kind of not at the same time, because he's just a lame, normal corgi. Then we've got this weird mount. I really don't even know why this is here. It's very, very strange, but it's a teapot, so now you can have your tea, and you can also glide with it as well, because, you know, tea makes you fly through the sky like a crazy person for some reason, apparently. And then I don't know why all my allies are all over the place, so let's actually swap on over again to the blocks, the playful, which is going to end up giving us 20 to crafting speed and 25 lasermancy, and also reduces your cooldowns by 10%. So he's actually right up there as a pretty good starting ally that you're going to eventually move on to being the chronomatic cubes lead. But this is going to be just straight up a little Lego dinosaur, which is absolutely great. Sorry folks, I had to clear my throat there for a second, but we've got this little bat ally right here, which is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite allies in the entire game, just because it's a bat, but also he's got personality, because he's actually got a scarf with him, and the animation is just adorable. He gives you 3 jump and 2 to your movement speed. Then you're also going to end up getting this hat style that we've got on us right now, which is kind of like a goat. It's disgusting, or it's a sheep. Another Powerpuff Girl face for some weird reason, and then this mount right here, which is a proper rhinoceros that actually does have its own unique animation and everything. It's actually a really cool mount, but for some weird reason, it's a disgusting candy one instead of just a normal rhinoceros. And I don't know why there hasn't been more rhino mounts actually added to the game up to this point. Like, it's very, very strange, because it's cool. It's got its own unique skeleton. Honestly speaking, it should be taken out of the extra life pack, the mega pack, sorry, and I think it should actually just be another talisman mount that you could get in the game, right? So then over on the Neon Ninja, we've got a couple different things as well. First of all, let me swap off of the stupid ally, because for some reason I got them all wrong, to the Planning Possum, which is going to give you 3 movement speed, 5% to health, and movement speed boost when nearby enemy dies. The helmet right here, which might not make sense, by the way, the ally is just Squeakers, so it's absolutely adorable. Squeakers the mount. The helmet might not make sense. It's actually supposed to be an Illuminati triangle, and then the face, I really don't know what that is. I guess it's supposed to be like a Templar theme thing or something like that. I don't think, yeah, there's no more no more mounts outside of the pack. That was pretty much all of them already. So then if we swap on over to the Candy Barb, we've got that unique helmet right there, and then that cat face as well. It's just like a cat nose, and then we're going to end up having another ally. Where is it? There we go. I always just lose track of everything for some reason. This one, which is going to be kind of a nerf similar to the Squeakers, which is going to give you 2 jump and 9 to your energy regen. He's very, oh, water went down the wrong tube, sorry. He's very adorable. I like his animation, and kind of the fact that he goes very, very well with like the Gunslinger or something like that, I would say. Then if we swap on over to the fake Trickster, oh, I don't think I put anything on this guy outside of just the same ally, which for some reason I messed up with. So we got this nice little hamster, which is very adorable. He gives you 1 jump, 25 to your lasermancy, and he's also got unique animation as well. Or I guess it's supposed to be a guinea pig, not a hamster. I think it would be cool if they ended up having a proper hamster ally, and maybe it's like, you know, it would end up running around as its dance animation in like a hamster ball or something, or maybe even just a hamster ball ally. Like, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? And then for the Shadowhunter, we actually got another unique costume as well, which is the one that you actually see right in front of you. And then we've also got this ally right here, which is going to end up giving you 1 to your flask capacity. Absolutely useless, but it is a mimic chest, and that's going to be the same chest that you end up opening in 3-star dungeons, which there was actually, I remember when I saw the mod of the ally in question right here, and there was a couple different versions, one of them that actually didn't have the eyes. Personally, I think that the ally would have been a lot cooler and a lot more adorable if it didn't have eyeballs, and it was just a mimic chest just hopping around, and that was all there is to it. So this costume is going to actually have a couple unique things, not necessarily the video effects of any kind. It's just going to be the same old purple stuff, but still, you know, the thing that you throw down on the ground at least is unique, and the ult is going to end up being, I think that's unique, I'm pretty sure. I love how it keeps getting caught on the ground. It's absolutely disgusting. Whoops, we don't actually have anything else. And then we swap on over to the Ice Sage here, and then I still have the wrong ally set up again for some weird reason, so let's actually just swap on over to the Starsheen Seahorse, which is going to give you 10 to your maximum health, and 10 to your health regen. That's 10% of each, and it's going to end up being just a nice little seahorse ally, which is absolutely adorable. I'm not going to show you all the different dances of them, sorry to say, folks. Pirate Captain, I didn't actually have anything on him for some weird reason. I messed up with all of the different extra life stuff. But we got Scapes the goat, which is a little goat that's kind of on a rocket for some weird reason. It's the weirdest ally in the game. I don't know why it exists. But nice little touches where his tail is actually kind of lit and crisp because of the rocket that we've got behind his back, right? And then there was supposed to be, like it says, 14 allies, which we already just went through all 14 different characters. So that means that either it's Dr. Cubesley, which I don't think that that's it. Maybe it's the James joystick. I think that might be the other one that you get out of the pack. I'm not exactly sure just because of how they're organized. But it's just gonna be that nice little gaming joystick right there. And then I'm pretty sure that's it outside of the knight's little costume right here. That's right, I almost forgot. You're gonna end up getting this platinum themed costume, this helmet, which is pretty cool, goes with a couple different characters, and this platinum sword, which is pretty unique as well, goes really, really good with the candy barb just because he's a bigger character. Otherwise, the costume itself, I personally don't like. I find him to be way too blocky as far as a costume is concerned, but that's just my own personal preferences to it, folks. And then otherwise, I'm pretty sure that's it. Maybe I missed something, I don't know, but this video is long enough to show you everything that you actually get out of the pack. All I would have missed is maybe like 1 or 2 different hat styles or something like that. I don't really know, but if I did, you know, who cares? It was just a style. We ended up covering all the big basics of just all the big stuff, right? That was actually worth mentioning. In any case, thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sorry that this video was out so late. I know that I should have had a mega pack video out like when it ended up coming out, but I already did have a preview of most of the stuff out of this pack, excluding like the different weapons and then the dragons, because they weren't actually on the test server when I was recording it. But in any case, liking, sharing to Facebook, and subscribing is also going to end up building up loyalty points to my merch store. Links are in the description for that. You can use it to end up getting a couple deals and stuff, but maybe you just want to be on the leaderboard. In any case, you can end up buying this shirt and a whole bunch of others. Thank you so much for watching. Sign over and stay epic.